This is the HUAWEI GT5 Pro, and I've used quite a few smartwatches over the past couple of years, every single Apple Watch and every single Pixel Watch, and a few Galaxy Watches thrown in there as well. And I have to say, I wasn't that sure what to expect from a HUAWEI wearable, but actually, I'm really impressed with this. In my time using the 46mm GT5 Pro, I have been genuinely impressed that you can get all of this for £329, and that puts it in line with the pricing of things like the Pixel Watch 3. And straight off the bat, the design I love. It has this octagon design, which looks really cool, and I'd probably use the word elegant to describe how this looks. It feels really premium, especially in this aerospace titanium, which seems to be a bit of a buzzword of 2024, but to match that, it also has its titanium strap. I have tiny wrists, so trying to get this metal link band to fit on my wrist, it did take a bit of time, and this is not small by any means, it's undeniably big, but I was surprised by how light it was for the size. Let's start with how you interact with the watch though, and the GT5 Pro has that digital crown where you can use this to navigate through the app screen, you can help it to navigate through the UI, and it's really tactile and just feels premium. There's a quick button that you can start activities and get into health tracking quickly, and this is quite similar to things like the action button on other wearables that we've seen. It has a 1.3-inch AMOLED display where its peak brightness is 1200 nits. Whilst not the brightest screen we've ever seen, it does the job. This also brings with it a load of new watch faces, and there are 14 new ones on the GT5 Pro, and I've mostly been using this dark blue just because it looks pretty slick, but you have things like a pet panda that can help you see the emotions you're feeling, a classic digital clock face called Time Code, modular, and a load of other options inside that HUAWEI Health app. Talking of HUAWEI Health, this works on both iOS and Android, so no matter what device you have, you should be able to connect to this watch, and it's kind of like your hub. It's where you live if you have this watch. It's where you can have a look at your health tracking. It's where you can use settings to change things on the watch. And it's where you can just have a little play with all of those watch faces. The watch works exactly how you would expect it to work on iOS and Android, except for a few things that just don't work. So first of all, you cannot use NFC payments outside of China on this. And trust me, I have tried, but there is no way you can add Google Wallet, which is a bit of a letdown. I found that notifications work pretty well, but there are times when I'm listening to music, for example, where I'll just get a ton of the same notifications, one after the other, about the song I'm listening to. And that can be a little bit annoying, and it seems to happen mostly when Android Auto is connected, strangely. But besides those small little quirks, everything else you expect to work works really well. Using the full-size keyboard to reply to messages on things like WhatsApp is really nice, even if it is a bit tricky. Using the watch to take calls, controlling music feedback by skipping tracks, pausing them, and controlling volume usually works really well. There's a pretty cool swipe diagonal feature on the watch so you can see notifications, and then you have things like tiles that you can swipe through to see anything like your fitness, your health stats, and start quick activities. Harmony OS on the GT5 Pro is actually a breeze to use, and I haven't used this on any other HUAWEI wearables, so I can't tell you how it stacks up to previous generations, but the GT5 Pro, it works really well. There is one part of the watch that I just wasn't ready for, and that is the battery life. Now, HUAWEI claim that this can do up to 14 days, and I have to say I haven't got close to that 14 days yet, but also I haven't been using this in power saving mode. However, even using this watch normally, I have been able to get maybe 6 or 7 days of battery depending on how I'm using it. And let me tell you, coming from a Pixel watch where you have to charge every day or every day and a half, this is like a dream. I feel like if you have a smartwatch, what you need always is that extended battery life. You don't want to be thinking all the time about, oh, I need to charge it before I go to sleep, or if I'm trying to do sleep tracking in the middle of the night, it might die. With the GT5 Pro, you just don't have to worry about that. If you do need to charge the watch though, it can charge fully in about 60 minutes, and in the 2 weeks that I've had it, I've had to charge this about twice. TruSense is a big selling feature of this watch, and essentially what this is that it takes all of HUAWEI Fitness and puts it into one place, and it's got some decent upgrades. It has new glass darkening technology, which stops light entering the sensors, which means the signal coming from those sensors is a lot more accurate. It also now has 12 blood oxygen channels compared to last generation's 4, and it can give you a blood oxygen reading in about 15 seconds, which is rapidly quick. You have things like medical grade ECG analysis, there's skin temperature readings, stress level readings, there's a breathe app, which is almost like meditation, and I feel like now that this watch knows more about me than I do. In terms of tracking sports, there's over 100 sports that you can pick from, and it pretty much covers everything. You can get trail navigation, there are new color maps for outdoor activities such as cross-country running, mountaineering, and you can actually view your surrounding geographies within 10 meters. And I'm no golfer, but also there's a professional golf mode here, which if you're into your golf, this actually might be really useful. You can download courses and you'll get green direction, wind speed and wind direction to help you when you're out on that course. And it will also help you with your swing. There's even like a free dive sports mode on here, which of course I haven't tested out, but it gives you so much more that you might not have thought Huawei can give you for the price. One thing that I have tested out on this watch though over the past couple of weeks is its sleep tracking. I love a watch that can do automatic sleep detection, and the GT5 Pro can do just that, so you don't have to put your watch into sleep mode every single time. This has sleep apnea detection, and within the sleep app on the watch, you can see your sleep score, as well as how long you were in deep sleep for and any other stats. I put this up against the Pixel Watch 45mm for some sleep tracking just to see how close they were together, and the Huawei watch wasn't exactly close to the Pixel Watch. Every single night it would always give me about an hour's extra sleep, and the Pixel Watch was just a little bit less, so I'm not entirely sure which one of these is more accurate, but putting them both together, they just weren't as close as I thought they would be. Overall, my first use of a Huawei watch, I'm impressed. Of course, there's no way to add Google Maps or add Google Pay to this, which is a little bit disappointing because not having that NFC is just a little annoying. Also, not being able to download music through Spotify or YouTube Music, equally a little bit irritating. But if you can look past those issues, then actually for the price, this is a seriously impressive watch. Here's the sad news though, if you like the sound of this and you're in the US, then you can't pick this up because it won't be coming to the States, but if you're inside of Europe, then you can pick this up. And if you need some seriously impressive battery life and some really accurate health tracking, then the Huawei GT5 Pro might just be the watch that you're looking to find. Let me know though, what do you think of Huawei's GT5 Pro? I'm actually seriously impressed what you can get on this watch for the price. Before you head off, make sure you subscribe to the Android Authority YouTube channel, and if you do that, then I will see you in the next video.